This recording. Alright. Click, 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 click. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hello, this is Cisco back with another Minecraft video. Welcome back to our dear Arrio world. Today we're going to be working on our base again. We're going to hopefully finish up the second story. I was mining chopping down some trees off screen, so you see I have quite a bit more wood here, but I didn't want to do too much without checking back in. I got almost a stack of saplings, the little baby trees, and I threw them all around here. So I'll probably, once I see them all grown, I'll cut to having them all chopped down. But I did want to cover this really quick. Here, let me trade with this. Ooh, there's a skeleton right there. Let me knock this guy out real quick. Dang. Okay, so if I can find this wandering trader. So I did trade 2 buckets and 1 set of the cooked potatoes with this guy, so I can get 5 emeralds and get a spruce sapling. This is the tree that I said I really liked, and I was able to chop down a couple and get 9 saplings out of the 1 that I had traded. So I'll probably start chopping down more of that tree so I can get perfect 10, 11, so I can get even more of that really pretty spruce wood. It's getting dark, so before we start on our builds, I am going to go to sleep. I did find more cows and I started breeding them with some of the wheat that I got from the farm, so I'll check in there now and show you. Well, we do have a couple more cows, not a lot, just about, what is that, 6, 7? I don't know. These freaking skeletons, man. Okay. So, let's start working on adding a bit more to this house. I'm gonna throw some of this stuff in the chest since I don't need it. I do need that water bucket. I like to keep a water bucket on me at all times. You'll come to realize that. But I'm gonna snatch up all of this wood. Where's that skeleton? Oh, he's over here. There we go. So, to add a bit of depth to my builds, I'll usually go out one from the corner of the actual structure, and then I'll build further out with that. That way it looks more like a 3D as opposed to just flat 2D wall. I am gonna chop down these trees right here. They're kind of in my way. I plan to use a lot of oak, so all of these trees are going to be chopped down here in a bit anyway. So I'm not too worried about this tree. Okay, there we go. If I didn't get rid of these leaves right here, then those leaves, they would kind of sort of attach themselves to this wood pillar and they would not go away, which is not what I want. So 4 pillars all around. I'm gonna connect the pillars. Then from this, I'll probably start adding in the sections if I can keep up with the wood. Nope. Okay, so you'll get a little something like this, and then I like to make it kind of a bit more closed off, bit more sectioned off. So there's 4 there, the wall. I'm gonna count 4 more, and I'm gonna make 1 tower right there. How many we have here? About 8. I think I'm gonna just leave this as is, but we'll go around the whole rest of the base, covering everything with the wood. I'm not gonna section that part off just yet. Alright, let's see. I hope I have enough wood. If not, I am gonna have to do that quick cut. Okay. Let us finish this last part. Luckily, I have like almost 4 stacks of wood. How many is here? 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think I can just knock it down in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This middle one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm gonna do the same on the other side. That just makes it so I can kind of section it off, add a bit more detail later on. But for now, I want to focus on getting this second story built. That way I can have like an actual place to live in, you know? That would be pretty nice, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna make a bit of planks. So, I was thinking of having a staircase off to the side so I can just access the top layer through its own door. I might still do that, but I think for now I am going to build the roof of the first layer and the floor of the second layer. So you'll notice I just made a couple of slabs. I did that because I don't have many materials, and this will just make it so that I can use like half of the materials for what I need. If I wanted to, I could do the slabs. The slab, it's the half block. I could do the slab on the bottom, and then no mobs would spawn on this section, even if I lit it up. Mobs need the full block, or at least the top layer. And sometimes I use that in builds, like if I'm building a dock out in the middle of the ocean. But for now, I want this all to look like it kind of just fits normally. So let's finish filling this in, and we're back. So it didn't take me too long, but I got this all filled in. I am going to keep with the outside layer, the wood being like a corner out. I want this area to be at least 4 high, so I'm gonna build that up to 4. Come over here. Oop. Build this up to 4, you know, same on all the corners. This will probably not be too noticeable, but whenever I build the roof, it's gonna cover parts of this. I still do want to keep the wood. I still want to keep the wood. I don't know if you can hear that in the background, but that's little Arrio. I think he needs some food. I'll be right back. Alright. I'm so sorry about that. You know, I said before in a previous video, my boys are my utmost priority, and little Arya needed a diaper change. That's okay. So, I did manage to finish the border. Pretty easy stuff. And now I am going to take the oak planks that I have, and I'm gonna fill in the inside. I feel like maybe I should not cut, because I mean I've just been doing a lot of cutting, and I know post Cisco's gonna be doing a lot of work. But we are just about done. I am going to make sure that I light up this area, because if I do not, I will definitely get mobs spawning. Let's throw some torches down. And this is a pretty big area. I think I'll be able to fit in like my bed, probably an enchantment table, and maybe like, I don't know, that to-do list, that to-do board with some other things. Okay, I think this should be good. I don't really have a way up here, so I'm just gonna mine the floor out. That's okay. I'll fix it later. And I do have some extra of these slabs, so I think I might go through and fill in that gap. I don't know. It kind of looks cool, honestly. I kind of like it. Maybe just on the corners. But with that, we at least have this bottom floor kind of capped off. We shouldn't see any phantoms spawning and messing us up if we stay in here. Phantoms, by the way, those are some weird flying mobs that was voted in the game. I think that's like almost every if you voted, that's like one of your biggest regrets, because those things are crazy annoying. But if you don't sleep, they'll come and they'll haunt you. They're kind of like nightmares that fly around in the sky at night. But we are done with the roof of this section and the walls of the next section. I do want to get the floor in, but I'm not exactly sure what I want to do the floor out of. I was thinking maybe I could do oak, but if I did the oak ceiling, I don't really want to do the oak floor down here. Maybe I could do some spruce. The spruce would look good. I don't want to use any of the cobbled deep slate. I'm tempted to use that for the roof, but I don't want to go overboard with all the colors. I think I am just going to bite the bullet and go with spruce for the floor. So I'm going to mine the whole floor out real quick. I know I have some of the chests planned out here. Oh, my shovel broke. I'm going to just put the torches on the walls as I mine that area. But I'm just going to do oak for the floors. That way when I do the roof, I'm not overwhelming this build with too many colors. If I do too many colors, I fear this build will look pretty wacky. And that's not the vibe I'm going for. So, let's get this dirt chopped away. Alright, and bada bing, and bada boom. We are done with the dirt. Okay, so there's quite a bit of dirt. I have a feeling that I am gonna have to get some more oak. Well, no, I think we should be golden. Let's just fill it in. I got all the floor in, and I even made some stairs. So we're able to go up and down and all around. I'm really liking how this place is coming along so far. I'm gonna go to sleep real quick. I think for the roof, we're gonna go with, well, since I have spruce, I think I'm gonna use some spruce there. So we have the light stone, we have the oak plank and the oak wood. Here, let's pull out some of the blocks we have. I'm gonna pull out this, and where did my spruce? Oh, there it is. I'm gonna pull some of this spruce out. I'm gonna make some planks so I can see the actual wood color, because that's what I would be using. I'm thinking, whoa, come on, rotisserie chicken, don't be fighting me. There we go. Okay, so I think on top I might want to go with the deep slate for the border and the spruce for the outside here. Let's try to put it up against that oak. Did that look good? I think we got our color palette, y'all. I think that is what we are gonna do. Yeah, so let me just destroy these. It takes me a second to get used to mining deep slate, because deep slate is like maybe like a millisecond or two. It takes longer than cobblestone, so it always trips me up. And I think I'm gonna have to cut back after I get some more spruce wood. But before I do that, I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna get all that spruce wood, because you're gonna come back and be like, what? How did he do that? So let me first make these for the doors, because I'm getting kind of tired of opening and closing the doors. So these are pressure plates. This is technically a redstone thing, but I feel like it's not really that much redstone. So it takes 2 planks to make 1 spruce pressure plate, or any pressure plate. I'm gonna make 2 of them, and you're gonna be amazed. So you put the pressure plate behind your door, you walk on it, it opens the door. Easy peasy. So I'm going to put that on both. That way, as I walk in, all I have to do from the outside is open the door and walk right in so that it'll close behind me. That way, I'm not getting chased by any mobs. But let's show you how I plan to get this spruce grown. So I'm going to just clear out a bit of an area right here, and we should be golden there. Now I'm doing this away from my area because I do not like what this does to the dirt. It changes the dirt. It makes it dirtier. So you put a 2 by 2 layer of the saplings, not layer, but collection of the saplings. You place them 2 by 2, and then you can wait for them to grow. But I got some bone meal, so you bone meal it, and it grows into this huge tree. This tree makes so much wood, easy to collect. So I'm gonna sit here for a second, and I'm probably gonna grow about 2 or 3 of these trees real quick, and I'll be right back with all of the wood. Right now we have 19 spruce wood, so we'll see how much I have when I'm done. Okay, we're back. So I do have some bad news. As I was chopping down one of these big trees, it turned night, and I was actually killed by a drowned. So it was a baby drowned. He was running fast, and he had a trident. I wasn't paying attention to my health. I had lost some health because I was killing some fish underwater and knocked down a little bit of my hearts without the oxygen. But he snuck up behind me around here. He hit me with this trident. I fell out of the tree, and then he ran up to me and finished me off. He even took all of my armor. I was able to kill him, but I don't know where the helmet or the boots went, so I guess I'm just gonna have to make some new ones. And if you look down at the bottom of my screen, you'll see my hotbar. In my hotbar, my XP levels have gone from, I think I was up at 29 to 12. So if you die, be wary. You do lose a pretty big chunk of your XP. But in return, I got a trident, and another drown dropped this Nautilus shell for me. So maybe it was an even trade. I don't know. Well, I'll leave that up to you, the viewers. But I got almost 4 stacks of wood. I got 3 full stacks and a stack of 17. So I think with that we should be good to go. I even got some more fish that I threw in the furnace for me. I am gonna grab another stack of iron to throw into the furnace. Let's break it in half so that I don't waste all of my time waiting for it. But there we go. I'm gonna make myself a new set of boots and a helmet. So sorry. I wish I had gotten that on video, but that's okay. That would be too embarrassing anyway. So with our deep slate, I want to do a majority of it in this deep slate brick, and then I'm gonna do half of this polished brick, and then we're gonna break this down even further. I'm gonna get some deep slate slabs. Let's do some polished slabs, and then with that we should be good to go. Hopefully I don't need any more, because if I do, I'm gonna have to go get some. But I think with this we should be good. Let's see, where's the sun at? I think I think we got some time. So I'm going to grab some dirt to use as scaffolding because I don't really have much else to use right now. But let's build our way up top. I'm going to leave a bit of a space because I do normally put the border right here. I'm going to just put all of this in my hotbar. I'm not going to need my axe for now, so I'll use the dirt right there. So let's start doing our thing. So I want a bit of a flat roof. I'm gonna move this so I can see better. I do want a bit of a flat roof, which means it would probably be best if I do this. This is a way that we can... Nope, I need another set of slabs. This is a way that we can make the roof not go up too fast, because this is a big build. I want it to give off more of like a barn aesthetic as opposed to something smaller, which I like to have like the sharp pointed roof. Okay, and then we're just gonna mix in some of that polished deep slate. Okay, let's make it even Steven. Okay, and then as you can see, there's gonna be a middle, and that's always good for me because then I can make it cap off in a bit of a nice looking manner. Let's do one more set of these, and then we should be good to do this. Let's see how that looks. No, that is not what I wanted to do, but that's gonna kick me off. Yeah. Boop. Perfect, picked it up. Okay, let's try that. Let's see what that looks like. Here, I'm gonna back up a little. Yeah, I like that. I don't like that slab on the top, and I would honestly much rather just have these be stairs. So let's do that. Stair, stair. And then this top slab, we'll just leave it out for now. So let's copy this on the opposite side, and then we can fill in the edges. So we have 1, 2 long ways, and then just up straight to the top. Okay. Boom, boom. Let's get a little bit of polished in here. Boom. Let's keep going with that. Boom, boom. That's 2. Then I'm just gonna place this there for now. Then let's hop on over here. Let's come down here. And I'm crouching so that I don't fall off the edge. I think I covered that in another episode, but a nice refresher wouldn't harm anybody. Did that go under, please? Okay, perfect. Okay, boom, boom. Nope, that is not what I wanted to do. Whoops. That's okay. I'm just gonna build up again. Normally I'd build a staircase going up, but this build is pretty tall. If I fall again, I'll just build stairs on the second floor, but I don't think I'll fall again. But I also didn't think I would die, so we will see. Okay, and that is column number 2. And let's do this. Boom, boom, boom. And then the last one to cap it off. And that is perfect. Okay, so I am going to come to the edge and I'm going to just, not like that. I'm going to just slap some of these polished stairs all around. Then I'll be able to fill in the rest. Hopefully I didn't make too many polished. I'll fill in the rest with the bricks. Okay. 1, 2, 1, do 1, skip 1, another one. I'm just trying to be a bit generous with these guys because I did make quite a bit of them. Now let's fill in the rest with the bricks. The brick stairs. Boom, 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 boom. So I am going to try to be cutting a lot this episode. I don't want to keep too much in because I think that is how my videos are dragging on. We can do one right there. So this way at least we can hopefully trim it down to a 30-minute video or get a lot done in the long amount of time. And that is perfect. Awesome. So from here, I know it's night, but I don't want to sleep. I think we should be good not sleeping at least one night. So from here, I'm just going to fill in where the full blocks are on the roof, because those are going to be full on the roof anyway. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Perfect. And then this section. Okay. And then the rest of these spots, I'm gonna use the stairs for them. Okay. There we go. Please, skeleton, do not shoot me off my roof. That would not go well with OSHA. Okay. More slabs, or not slabs, planks. Okie dokie. Right there. And then one last set along the top. You know, I wish there was something like a wood cutter that I can use the same way I use the stone cutter. That way I can get a lot more stairs or even maybe trapdoors out of my wood. I feel like the wood stairs and trapdoors take quite a bit of wood out of you. That's why I had to get so much. So let's try to make here. I think a full stack, 2 full stacks of stairs will probably, even that won't be enough. We shall see. Let me get my axe because I actually do need that now. Okay, let's start throwing these stairs along. Nope, along the edge. And I will probably be back with a completed roof. So I will see you in like 2 seconds. Bada bing and bada boom. We are done. Okay, so if you want to, this is the spot where you can stop. But I personally, you know, I don't think I have as much wood up here as I thought I did. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna do it anyway. I like to put buttons down on my roofs. This just kind of ensures that mobs won't spawn on here. You can also do torches, but I don't know. I like the aesthetic of buttons. I saw this on another video too. It was a bit more in depth, but I like just the buttons for now. Maybe later on when I actually see the tops of these builds, I'll be putting more stuff down, like trapdoors and clay pots. If you've ever watched Wax Fraud on YouTube, that's the guy that I like to get my inspiration from. His builds are beautiful. But we'll just throw down as many of these buttons as we can. It should be good for now. And we are done with the roof. Here, let me try to look at it from here. Awesome. Yeah, it's a very pretty build. I do need to put some windows in, add a little bit of depth, but I think for now that does the house justice. Oh, my alarm is going off. Let's get rid of that one. Let's fill in this section with spruce since I have quite a bit extra. And just in time, the sun is rising. Okay. Boom, boom. Man, the Minecraft music is just so ethereal. I love it. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so now my whole house is completely encased from the outside, so I can chill in here for as long as I want and I shouldn't get killed. Maybe my world will start to deteriorate on the outside, my crops will go grown, but I will be safe. So for now, I think that is where I'm going to leave the episode. In between this episode and the next episode, I plan to chop down all these trees just so I can have some extra wood, and I think I'm gonna add a bit more to the interior. We'll fill in all those chests. If need be, I can go over how to do that, the stair. Well, I can do that right now real quick. Pretty easy. So if you want to put a block above your chest, if you do something like the stairs, this isn't a full block, you can put that on there and you can still open your chest. So that'll help. Say for example I wanted to label these, and I can just do that, then put a sign right there or an item frame, and it'll still work like a charm. But with that, I am going to let you guys go. I appreciate you watching my video. I hope that you've enjoyed this informative Minecraft video. Sadly, I did die. I was so sad about that, but it's okay. We'll get our XP back before we make an enchantment table. We do need to gather a few more materials for that, and I'd rather enchant diamond materials as opposed to just iron, so we shall see if we can hop into the mines again pretty soon. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you have a great day, but most importantly, do something nice for someone. Thank you guys for watching,